The weekend's over, friends, and we're talking about the Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition in 4K. Blackout copy. Whoa. Happy Monday. The weekend, it's gone. It's out the door. It was hours ago, right? Mistakes have been made, but not by us here. Squeaky Chair and I have had this conversation for the whole weekend. Last week, we found out that several people we know, and I'm not going to name them, have never seen the Lord of the Rings movies.
Stop it, you guys. You need to stop it.
What? I didn't know people existed who had never seen those movies. Now, I may be talking directly to you. You may have never seen those movies. And I'm sad. Because a lot of the people that have never seen those movies and movies like those are saying certain movies from today are good, but you've not seen classic cinematic masterpieces like The Lord of the Rings. And that makes me very, very sad for a number of reasons. If you've never seen them, I'm sorry. For the longest time, I only had the DVDs of the theatrical versions. And not that long ago, I was able to pick this up off Amazon because it was on sale and I had some credit. And this is the full trilogy. And I believe they've made a mistake with these, honestly, and I'm going to get into it. But this is the theatrical and the extended editions. All right. When you're talking about the difference, it's almost a full hour longer for the extended editions. That's insane. We're going to get into it. We're not talking about this today. We are talking about this beautiful steelbook. And this is yet another problem because this is a singular steelbook from the trilogy steelbook box set that you can find right now to buy all over the place for anywhere from $160 to $190. And they're beautiful steelbooks. There's 3 of them. And they come in a nice steelbook container that they slide into for a nice presentation piece, if you will. There's just one huge problem. At that price point, why are there no special features? It's just the movies. Now let's talk about that. Back to this one. I think this runs around $70, and this has the 3 extended editions. The extended edition is on 2 discs because it just takes that much room. And then you've got the theatrical version, 1 disc of each movie. No special features. And I knew that going into it. This was just the movies. That's what I could afford. And I was like, surely this half of the price set that's just in a dinky case, whatever, surely it doesn't even come close to comparing to this beautiful steelbook with all the artwork and everything. And it's just so beautiful. And it's the exact same discs from that cheaper set. Exact same discs. 100% the exact same discs. The only difference is this green is a little color, the color's a little darker than the green ones that are in that. But same menu, same everything that I could tell. Now, I'm not a scientist, so maybe there's a difference. And I think a mistake has been made. Why would you spend $180 on a set of these? Because if you buy them singularly, they're $30 a pop. No, you don't get the outer can, the outer case that you slide them into. You just get the 3 steelbooks. You spend $90. Why is it 180? What? You telling me that can with the foam in it that you insert these into to put on your shelf is worth $60 or $70? What?
Stop it, you guys. You need to stop it.
Studios have forgotten some of the things that the customer enjoys. If you buy a nice box set of these movies on DVD, it comes with maps, like actual maps, like unfolded and statues, hours of special features where Peter Jackson talks about his decision-making process, how he made the movies. I didn't mean to go on that rant, but I think the studios are shafting the customer in this instance. And the funny thing is I'll probably spend $60 to get the other two Steelbooks, but then I will sell that snap cover whatnot. I did not know they were the exact same. That's ridiculous. Anyway, for those of you that have never seen this movie, let's take a look at it. I've had a bad morning. Seriously, I went in there, opened the cabinet, was going to make me some Blackout coffee. And guess what? We're out. And I think we know why. Because you drank the last of it and you didn't let me know. When's our next order coming in? I think that'll last a couple of days. The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. 2001, PG-13, not 2 hours and 58 minutes. That is the time for the theatrical edition. The extended edition is 3.8 hours, so almost right under 4 hours. A meek hobbit from the Shire and his 8 companions set out on a journey to destroy the powerful One Ring and save Middle-earth from the Dark Lord Sauron. Directed by Peter Jackson. Written by J.R. Tolkien, Fran Walsh, Philippa Boyens, I don't know. Starring Elijah Wood, Ian McKellen, Orlando Bloom, and a ton of others. We'll take a look here. Sean Bean, Alan Howard is the voice of the ring. Sean Astin, Billy Boyd, Viggo Mortensen, Andy Serkis. I mean, come on. Christopher Lee, man, he's there is so many actors in this. It's crazy town. Crazy. This synopsis is kind of like, it kind of is the point of the movie, but not exactly. We're going to get all into it. Let's go. So this movie starts out explaining the background of the rings. The rings are important. Now, real quick, I want to tell you, at no point in time on this channel will we ever talk about the abomination that Amazon put out, the supposed Lord of the Rings. That is sacrilege and has nothing to do with these books. They'll tell you it does. They'll pretend like it does. But the Rings of Power is garbage. Garbage. Don't get confused. Don't watch that television show thinking you're going to see the glory that is the Lord of the Rings. Okay? Anywho. So we start out introducing you to the history of the rings and brings you up to the present time, introduces you to the hobbits, the Shire, Gandalf, the Grey. There are so many prolific characters in this first movie. This 4 hours of basically explaining who everybody is and getting you started on this journey that is the Lord of the Rings. Now, listen, friends, I'm not going to sit here and go into some detailed description. That's not what I do here. I'm going to tell you if something is fun to watch or horrible to watch. That's what I do. We've got almost 800 videos of telling you what we find entertaining and what we don't. Squeaky Chair, like, he's a great producer. We find some good stuff. And this is top tier. And if you've never seen it, I can't fathom that. J.R.R. Tolkien was one of the most prolific writers of our age. And he spent years and years creating his own language for this, like just the history of it and the characters and the world. And it shows in the work. Unfortunately, reading it is not for everyone. It is so detailed and so long. It can be a hard listen or a hard read if you're reading it like the actual physical copy of the book. So your next best thing is to watch these 3 movies. And I feel like the cheater part of this is, for true fans of these movies, the theatrical version doesn't exist. It's worthless. We'd rather see the director's cut, the more detailed, the longer story. So instead of putting a theatrical version in here, why not just put a disc of special features? Make it for the fans. You're charging a premium. $180 or $160, whatever it is, you're charging a premium, but you're giving nothing but a special steelbook. Everything else has just been ported over. This movie is the beginning of a journey of a group of friends. Not always, but theoretically, a group of friends that are on this journey, this difficult journey. And not everybody's going to make it out alive, my friends. This is the real deal. If you've never seen these, I'm not telling you should go out and buy the fancy steelbook and spend the $30. I was completely happy owning a DVD of these movies. And if you're not sure if you're going to like it, if you don't know how you feel about orcs and elves and Middle-earth and the Hobbits, just go grab you a DVD. Or you can watch it streaming on HBO, Disney Plus, Hulu. They're all over the place. You're not going to have any trouble finding these. But make sure you carve out a whole day and get lots of popcorn and snacks. And you might even want to get a catheter, because a 4-hour movie, well, that's serious stuff. Hey, look, friends, these are not, there's nothing I can say bad about these. Are they perfect? No, because there's things they took out of the books, because you can only do so much with a book this big when you're trying to fit it in even a 4-hour time frame. But Peter Jackson honored the source material, and he did it as close to perfect as you can get it. It's never going to be repeated. And even if somebody did try to repeat it, it would not work. And we saw that with the Hobbit movies. The Hobbit book is much smaller, but the studio wanted another Lord of the Rings, huge, massive trilogy or whatever it was. And the same director that did these movies did The Hobbit. And it's nowhere near as close. Not even a little bit. In fact, it's not well regarded. I like it. But fans of the novel do not, because of certain choices. Probably studio intervention that caused Peter Jackson to hit a grand slam home run and then a foul ball with The Hobbit. Anyway, hey, we'll be back on Wednesday to talk about the second of these. I can't wait. Super excited. So it's time to get the rest of my day going right about now. For Michael, the microphone, Bob, squeaky chair in the back, and this big fat nerd. We'll see you then.